Hey my friends, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Whew. We are in some strange times right now, for the lack of better words. I don't really know what this reading is going to be. Just before I get into it, I am going to come up with the March readings. There's just been so many things going on, so I just want to say thank you guys for your patience as I kind of get things together. Because of the virus, I am working from home this week, so outside of handling all of that, I am home a lot more, obviously. So I do plan to film this week when it feels right and when things feel appropriate. So I am going to get those out, so don't worry, those are coming probably very soon, but I just kind of wanted to take some time tonight just to get something out there. Mostly because, like I said, these are just weird times. So many people are trying to figure almost everything out. You know, your personal life, what's going to be happening next for yourself versus, you know, what's happening for the collective. It just started raining, so I hope you can hear me. But it just feels like the best time. I love the rain, so I'm kind of happy by it. I'm kind of comforted by it. But that's really what I wanted to do with this reading. I just want to try and give you guys something, whether it's an answer, whether it's comfort, it's confirmation, something for you guys to feel like you're getting the information. Something that, you know, hopefully will help to guide your next steps and make sure that you're doing the right thing. I know a lot of the people in my life right now, most of them are doing okay. Some of them, you know, are having a bit of a let's figure this out moment, and I plan to be there for every one of them, same way I plan to be there for you guys as well. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're managing all the things you can manage, all the things that are inside of your control, and most importantly, I hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have for all of us? I plan to pull a couple cards. Well, not pull, but I plan to get a couple cards. All of them may link together. You know, it may be a you know, choose what resonates the strongest. You may not connect to all of them. So we'll kind of see. Yeah, kind of want to take that one. I feel like I might leave them face down for a little bit. So just in case you guys want to, I don't know why, I feel like some of you may want to, almost like a pick a card. Ooh, this one flipped, so we're gonna, okay. So maybe we'll take that for everyone, since it came face up. I kind of want to get, oh, nope, there they are. Love this. Bottom of the deck. That's beautiful. Okay. Oh, we got 3 more. Boom. Okay. Well, let's start with this one. Or actually, you know what? I mean, you can see it. I might use this. Of course, we're gonna pull tarot. So we'll pull some messages with that. All right. Let's line these up. I don't know how we're gonna make these all fit. So it is general. So I kind of want to leave. Let's move this out of the way for now. I kind of want to leave them all here, so take a moment. If you want to, I'm not going to timestamp it, so you're just going to have to, if you guys can timestamp it in the comments, maybe that would be awesome and I can pin it. But I'm not going to timestamp them, but if you want to take a moment, choose one. You don't have to, because like I said, they might all connect. They might not, but for some reason I feel like some of you might like to pick one, so go ahead, take a moment. And then we'll go through them. All right. Oh, all right. So we've got a year from now. Maybe if some of you are thinking about some big plans. Maybe if you guys are having to switch things up because of this. Not that I honestly do not think this madness will last a year from now, but some of you, this might be, some of this, because I know one person I know this will apply to. What's going on now may be some type of tower moment. So whatever shift is happening, It might take a year for you to kind of see the reason why, to understand why these things have to happen. Because some of you may be asking yourselves, why me? Why does this have to happen? What am I supposed to learn? And it may not even be this is happening to you. This is just happening in general. But it's presenting an opportunity that's creating some type of growth, some type of change. All right? And then you can even see in this card, there's an earth on it, right? So it's not that this is being done to you, it's being done, for the sake of the world. So even though it's affecting you on a smaller level, it's not something that was directed to you. I'm putting this out there and putting these challenges just to get in your way. That's not what the universe does. The universe is always trying to help us and get us more, and it takes care of all of us. So even though this feels like a crazy, uncertain time, there is benefit. This is a growth opportunity for us. Look, after saying that, look at that. No need to worry. No need to worry. It may take some time. There may be some hurdles to jump over. But there's no need to worry. Trust. I don't even need to explain that. And you can kind of see, I hope you guys can see it, but it's not, there's this person, but they're not sitting under a beam of light. You can kind of see the shape of an angel in there. So trust that there is a divine plan. Trust that everything will be all right. Right? I know right now there's not a whole lot of information. What information we are getting, it feels like you hear one thing and then the next day you hear something else. And it's not even a bad thing. I just think there's not enough information out there yet for anyone, especially those in charge, to make a fully comprehensive answer. They're kind of figuring out as things are progressing themselves. So it's not that I don't feel like there's a need to mistrust or be angry that, no one really knows what they're doing. It's because they're doing the best they can. They're trying to protect those who need it. They're trying to, prevent more people from being affected, prevent the spread and making it a bigger situation than it is at the moment. So this trust, I think, can apply on many levels, especially for those of you who, this feels really hard. And I get it. Some people that does feel really hard right now. So I think a big part of message, and I almost feel like this top row, so far it feels like the top row has been all connected. We'll see if the bottom row is the same. But together, it's like, yes, it may take some time, especially to get back to completely normal, because we're definitely not going to be in this forever. It's temporary. But in this moment, it may feel like it's going to take forever, but there is no need to worry. You can trust, whether it's in your spiritual beliefs, if it's in your leaders, when I say leaders, it doesn't even have to be the government. For some of you where this is affecting your work, this may be trusting, your boss or even your corporate teams. So again, I'm throwing everything out so you can take what resonates and apply it, in what makes sense to your situation or whatever, worries or anxieties you were thinking about as we were shuffling. So again, apply it how it resonates. Oh, this already feels different. All right, so reconsider. You may have had multiple options on your plate. I almost wonder if this feels like a pause to me for anyone who specifically resonated with that card before we flipped it over. This feels like the need for a pause. And I say that, there could be a little towery moment here as well, but this feels like there may have been options on the table, and it feels like one has been chosen, but it's not in action yet, but it's been chosen. I feel like this is kind of a pause, and be like, hey, let's think about this. Maybe something's better. Or maybe, I don't necessarily feel this is the majority, but for some of you, this may be a hold on for a moment. There might be another option you're not aware of yet. So instead of a reconsider, it's almost like a hold on. There's one more choice coming. For most of you, I feel like you kind of know. And I want to say for people who connect to this card, you probably already know this. Or you at least know that, obviously you've made a choice, but it's not 100%. Like you chose it kind of knowing, I'm like, I don't know if I'm 100% on this. There may be a reason why you're having some doubts and some second thoughts. Look at that. So you take that moment to reconsider. what awaits? Success. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yes, for some of you, make sure you're kind of doing what feels right, right? Like don't do, especially if this choice was made out of panic. And again, I'm kind of linking back to what's going on up here. But, you know, if a choice was made out of haste, especially if it was made out of fear, think about it for a little longer. Do yourself a favor, think about it a little longer. I feel like the people who are connecting down here, this is really, it feels like a request from your guides to be like, hey, let's take a little bit more time and think this out. There may be something else we can do here. Okay. I'm kind of gonna put those together. Just realized you couldn't see them. Wait, sorry, I'm looking, it's reversed in my camera. Actually, I'm gonna put these on the side. I'm gonna switch to our faithful tarot deck. So in the near future, let's see what's going on for us. Oh, got a lot of flippers today. All right, beautiful. I did a reading for a friend of mine, and this card popped up also, and it was the same. We were talking about the same kind of topic. Okay, love this. Six of Cups, first card out, followed by the Six of Wands. So, first things first, with the sixes coming out, a lot of what's going on is just, it's asking to be in the flow. Again, there's a level of trust, I feel like, that's being strung through this message. And I get it. It's a little hard to do that right now. Things feel really uncertain and feel really scary. There may be a need to, why can't it just be the way it was? When can I go back to normal? When can I go back to when things were easier? Right? Because Six of Cups has a lot of past. I know a lot of times it talks about childhood, but right now, we're just looking back when things were normal, simple, smoother, enjoyable maybe for some of us. The Six of Wands coming up after tells me we are going to be okay. We're going to make it through. Like I said, this is going to pass. So yes, we will return to a time that is easier and more joyous and more celebrated, right? Woo. Another flipper. Okay. Oh my goodness. What did I talk about? Talked about the Tower earlier. Here it is with the High Priestess. So honestly, this to me is beautiful. So for a lot of us, this may feel like a Tower moment. And again, it kind of came out of nowhere. It was pretty sudden, right? It just kind of happened. And then everyone was kind of thrust into this situation. With the High Priestess coming out, connected to the Tower, this is a moment to go within. This is a moment for, I could say stillness. That was actually the first word that kind of came to mind. And I think that's more in response to our actions and our behavior, right? We don't want to panic and start hoarding and doing all these kind of crazy things. But in this moment where, you know, we may be surrounded by chaos, we may be surrounded by change, and it might be a little turbulent depending on your situation. This High Priestess, to me, the High Priestess is all about intuition, and I get it. That's a main part of this card, but it's really about going within. It's listening to your intuition. It's listening to your instincts. It's listening to that part of you that no one else can hear, right? And you only hear that voice by going within. So while everything around you may feel crazy and turbulent, where do you turn? Within, right? And from that place, a seed is found. Here we have the Page of Pentacles here, right? Which to me is always about birth and abundance, but it's about growth, right? If you watch my channel, you know I call this card the dirt card. She's like the lowest of the low. She's nothing. But it's because from that nothing grows everything. So to me, this is almost, it's giving me very like death card vibes. There is this rebirth. but it's a rebirth in a way that comes from inside. You have to. It's almost like the universe with this Tower card is forcing us to go within and forcing us to reflect. You think about all the people who are working from home, like we're literally shut in, right? So instead of sitting there being anxious, like when can I get out? How do I get out? I need to go. I need to da da blah blah blah. Fill in the blanks. When really this is an opportunity. Hey, you're in a safe place. You're in your home. You now have time now. Here's advice on what you can do with it. Listen to the core of yourself, not the panic, not the fear, not the anxiety of what you need to do in reaction to what's going on around you. Go within. What do you need, right? Ooh, okay. Look at that, 2 of Cups. So on let's say on a physical level, this could literally be speaking to support, finding people there to carry you through this if this is feeling scary and heavy. This could even be about sharing and connecting, right? Because this is a time where all of us are going to need to lean on each other. Some of us maybe more so than others. Some of us, maybe there to be leaned on. Oh, I see you. 6 of Swords, we're moving forward. Love that. So another 6. I feel like I want to put all the 6s together in a good way, right? And it's funny to talk about support. Look, here we have this girl who, is sad, maybe a little lost, depressed, but she's being carried or pulled. I don't know how you would describe that. But right, there's help there. She might be dealing with some baggage, right? They use those words intentionally. I want to say together, this is just a reminder that you're not alone. You're not the only person this is happening to. There are other people trying to figure it out. It doesn't make you more or less capable or okay, quote unquote. Everyone is figuring this out as we go along, and everyone can be there to help you. Same way we're there to help others. Ooh, this rain's getting stronger. It's actually a really beautiful message. And bottom of the deck right now, 8 of Pentacles, which is about working hard, right? Keeping your head. Ooh, caught that bad boy. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Technically this card came up in reverse, but I'm flipping it back up. But Knight of Wands, a very passionate card. This card strikes me oddly. It's funny. So the Knight of Wands I normally see as a super fast-moving, passionate, fiery, driven energy. It's very lively. And everything I've been talking about is not that, right? I'm telling you to go within and listen to yourself. It's not about reaching out. And then even in this particular deck, she's sitting. She's not running anywhere. Yes, there's a horse back there running free, but even she's kind of surrounded by the wands, right? I don't want to say she's like fenced in, but she's kind of encircled. She's not in a position that would be one to run and move quickly. Even bottom of the deck is the 4 of Pentacles, another card of kind of holding on, in antithesis. Good Lord, what's happened to my tongue? One thing that comes through in this card is her expression. And not necessarily her expression as like the expression she has on her face, but expression in the sense that she's not holding back, right? She's kind of just doing what she feels. What feels good to her. I almost feel like this is the end of the journey. Like this is almost like our outcome. As we kind of listen to ourselves and help to cultivate maybe a new perspective. It might even be for some of us a new community, right? With this Two of Cups, new people might come into our circle, or bonds may be strengthened because of what we're going through right now. And again, it's not going to take very long, near future. As we start to shift out of this phase, I feel like this is the big aha moment, is about expression and trusting your feelings and allowing them to flow. With all the sixes we got, about being in flow and trusting that natural rhythm. To me, this is about your true expression. There's no need to hold back. Look, Ace of Wands comes out next. It's not about holding back, or even it's not even about feeling the need to hold back. Let your thoughts and your feelings come out. And for some of you, some of that might be fear. Like genuinely, some of that may be frustration and anger and sadness and pain, depending what you're going through. And that's okay. Let that out. Let it out also. Because I guarantee you that's not the only thing there. And if that's the only thing if you truly feel like that's the only thing there, I'd almost challenge you to say that it's probably because you're holding on to it. You're harboring it. And I don't mean this in a bad way. Like, let's say it's pain. Like, let's say you lost someone. I'm using an extreme example just to make it, a lot clearer. I'm not saying there's no pain there, that pain is, invalid or anything like that. It's not a bad thing, but I can guarantee you that's not the only emotion tied to this moment. That's not the only emotion wrapped up in this situation. It may be the most intense right now, or it might be the most raw right now. But if that's what you hold on to and that's what you constantly think about and return to and go back to and ponder over, you kind of make that small facet of the situation bigger than it is. And then that's where things start to feel heavy and overwhelming, and that's where we kind of force ourselves into a tower moment. I think the big message here with these two cards coming out, it's about truly letting whatever you're feeling come out. The good, the bad, the ugly, the celebratory, all of it. Because if it is good, we want to make sure we're living in that, so we're not being burdened by anxieties and worries and things like that. And if we really are feeling, those negative emotions, we also want to express that so we can move through them and process them. Processing isn't, well, let me just bury this down until I forget about it and move on to something else. Because it's still there. You haven't processed anything. So part of processing is to feel it. You have to feel it to heal it, right? I'm not the only person who says that. I certainly didn't think of it, think it up. But it's a true statement nonetheless. You have to feel it to heal it. So for some of you, if your job situation is rough, if just the state of our world right now has you in a tizzy, that is okay to feel that way. That is okay to feel scared, to feel anxious, to feel angry for some of you. But process that in a healthy way. Talk to someone. Let it out somehow. It's okay to, be alone in your house and cry and scream and be mad. And, if I get really mad, I like to beat up a pillow because I'm not going to hurt anyone, but it lets me get that feeling out. So some of you, that may be a big thing right now. Maybe journal it, write it down, call up your bestie and be like, hey, I need to talk about this. I need to just get it out. And it may not be something where you even want an answer or you want someone's thoughts on it. Just get it out. Let it out. So any way you can express it. Doesn't even have to be in words. Put in your favorite song and dance it out. You have to feel it is the thing. So to me, this is about getting to a place where you can release, right? Because again, this is temporary. We started this particular spread with in the near future. It's not going to last forever. It's probably going to be shorter than you think. I think the biggest thing, because again, all you can do is control the controllables. So anything that you can actually do right now, this is where the expression comes in. Because most of what's happening right now is out of our direct control, right? We don't really have a say on what the virus is going to do, when they're going to find answers, how anyone in the world is going to respond. We don't have control over that. All we have control over is ourselves, how we're feeling, what we're doing about it. To me, that's the big message here. That's the huge message here, right? Take care of you. Anything that's causing anxiety, why is it feeling that way? What can you do about it? What have you done about it? Because I bet you if you actually sat down and were honest with yourself, some of you would actually find that you've taken care of a lot of the actionables. And the things you're worrying about, or the things that seem scary and looming over you, are the things that we can't really do much about. So letting that scare us or keep us in fear isn't doing anything but causing us more pain. And that's not helping anyone, right? So some things just to think about. I didn't really have a plan on what was going to come through for this reading, but I just wanted to give you guys something. So I hope this helped. I'm going to wrap it up here because I feel like that's the good spot. That's the good spot. We found the sweet spot. Like I said, as this week goes by, tomorrow I am pretty confident I'm at least going to start filming the Pisces video, and maybe the first 3 or 4. Actually, one of my besties, who is a Pisces obvi, we're celebrating her birthday tomorrow, so it might be appropriate. I'll start with the Pisces video for that. But yeah, sending you guys love. I'm wishing you all the best. Again, stay safe, stay calm, and take care of yourselves. All right, my friends. I love you guys. Take care. I will see you very soon. Bye.